If I was to ask you for 3 reasons to be optimistic right now, you might hesitate. Not that they don't exist. It's because pessimism has become an almost default setting. News headlines, bad news, war, fear, gluttony, corruption, on repeat. And with that, this constant fear that everything will go wrong. Let's call it reflexive pessimism. A habit of thinking and assuming things will go wrong, even if they haven't begun. So the real question is, what can we do? What can I do? What can you do? For years, this habit felt unavoidable. There was a constant connection that I couldn't remove this thinking. Until one Wednesday morning, something happened and it changed. I work in a homeless shelter on a Wednesday morning. And over time, I've built a rapport with a lot of these people. And what I've really learned to understand is that they have an incredibly deep, innate knowledge of human nature, much more than you or I potentially have. One session before December, I saw this person way down the back, and they were moving constantly, left to right, bobbing and weaving like a boxer in the ring, never still. And with concern and curiosity, I went over and I asked, have you had a coffee or a tea or anything? And they pulled back this hoodie and this beautiful smile appeared. She said, could I have a water, a hot water? And I said, no problem. And as I came back, I sat down with her. And I said, my name's Simon. I'm Victoria. And as she started to talk, she kept moving from left to right, grabbing her bags and putting them in a pile higher and higher and higher until they collapsed. And then she'd start again, bobbing and weaving and ducking and diving. And I said to her, it's safe. You don't have to worry about your bags. She didn't even react. She didn't flinch. She didn't want to hear that. She started talking to me about other shelters, about living on the streets. If you switch off for one moment, what little you have is gone. Her life had taught her a relentless lesson. If you switch off, everything disappears. And what struck me was there was no fear. There wasn't anger. There was something quieter than that. She was living out a reflexive pessimism in her body. Suddenly, Mo appeared out of nowhere. Mo looks after the showers. And Mo is a big Nigerian God-fearing woman. And trust me, she's the only person she fears is God. There's one rule, don't mess with the Mo. Later on that morning, I saw Victoria. The same table, the same chair, with the same bags. But something had changed. And as I looked at her, she was beaming, this smile. It was incredible. It was infectious. And as I walked over, I felt myself smiling. How was the shower? It was amazing. I love Mo. I tried to bring all 16 bags into the shower. Mo was having none of it. She put them in a separate room. And when the shower was finished and we opened the door, there they were, exactly where I'd left them. Something had changed. She wasn't bobbing or weaving. She was silent. She was calm. And she was present. And that reflexive pessimism, that anticipation of loss, it was gone. Maybe only for 10 minutes, maybe 20. I hoped for longer. But in that moment, it was undeniable the change. And that change impacted me. Because earlier I had asked you, what can we do? What can I do? What can you do? Victoria answered that question, even though she hadn't understood that she had. I can't control the headlines. I can't control the cruelty I see in the world. But I can choose what I allow to enter into my mind. And if I pause and answer the questions that Victoria answered that morning, is this real danger, or is it just remembered? Optimism isn't about everything is fine. It's about choosing again and again that life is not about thinking everything is lost. Many thanks.